Hello, my little trick-or-treaters. Welcome back. It is week number 8, lesson number 1. That's right. Now, last week we studied a piece of music. It was called In the Hall of the Mountain King. It was about that guy named Peer Gynt, and what was he trying to steal? Gold from the Mountain King. That's right. Did he get it? No, he didn't. Why? Because what was protecting it? Goblins. That's right. Very good. Now, there was one tiny little thing I forgot to tell you about In the Hall of the Mountain King last week, and that is who was the composer of that piece. Composer is somebody who writes the music. So, the composer for the In the Hall of the Mountain King is Edvard Grieg. Edvard Grieg. So, sorry we missed that last week, but, well, we got to it this week. Better late than never, right? Okay. So, In the Hall of the Mountain King. Were there any words to In the Hall of the Mountain King? No, there were no words, none at all. The story was all told completely through instruments. We call that an instrumental piece. No singing, no words, instrumental. Makes sense, right? Yeah. All right, so today we are actually going to put some words with In the Hall of the Mountain King. So what we're first going to do is I'm going to play the music and I'm just going to kind of sing along with it a little bit. And I want you to really listen to that melody. What's the melody? The main tune. Just listen to it. I'm just going to do a little snippet of it, and then we're going to see if you can learn it. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So that's the main melody of our song, and it just keeps repeating. But do you remember what that melody did as the song kept going and going? It got faster and it got louder. Faster and louder. All right. So here's how the melody kind of goes. Listen to me first, and then I'm gonna have you try it with me, okay? Bum 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 bum. Try it with me. Bum 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 bum. All right, now we're going to try it with the music. See if you can sing it with that. And then we're going to put a few words with it. Here we go. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. How are we doing out there? I bet you're doing great. Now, let's put some other words with it other than bum, 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 right? Okay, so Halloween is coming up, and this song feels very Halloweeny to me, right? Okay, so we're going to put the words in. We are here to trick or treat, trick or treat. We are here to trick or treat. So we are here to trick or treat. Just 7 words. We are here to trick or treat. We are here to trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. We are here to trick or treat. All right, so let's try it with the music. Here we go. How about I rewind it a little? There we go. Here we go. Are here to trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. We are here to trick or treat. We are here to trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. We are here to trick or treat. Got it? I hope so. It's kind of one of those, that's the kind of melody that it gets stuck in your head and it's in your head all day. So if it gets stuck in your head, sorry. All right, guys. So last week we went over what are the actual music rhythms of our melody. And you remember it was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Bum 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 bum, right? Okay, but I put the rhythms on the card last week, but if we're singing the melody of it, some of our notes are a little higher, some are a little lower. And so what you see on the staff is not exactly right. This is the rhythm of what we were doing, but it's not the correct notes. So let me show you the correct notes. Bam! Do you see how they're all over the place? They're up high, and some are higher, some are lower. If a note is higher, do you think it's a higher note or a lower note? It's higher, yeah. And if the note is lower on the staff, guess what? It's lower, okay? But it's the same rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But these are actually what the notes look like on the staff. Bum 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 bum. Okay? We are here to trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. Get what I'm saying here? I hope so. Okay. So now, on this card here, we've got two different types of notes. We've got line notes and we have space notes. Let's talk about those. So, if you've had me before, then you probably remember us talking about this, but space notes, those are the notes that look like the Oreo cookies, right? It's in between the lines. Space notes, we have 4 different space notes. Boom, here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do we remember the names of our space notes? We have to spell a word. Face, right, exactly. F-A-C-E, face. And in fact, face rhymes with space, so that's easy to remember. Okay, so those are our space notes, 4 space notes. Now let's talk about our line notes. Line notes. Okay, so the space notes are the Oreos, right? I call the line notes our pizza notes. Why do I call them the pizza notes? Because if you were working at Domino's and you got your pizza out of the oven and you put it down, what's the first thing you got to do? You got to cut it down the center, right? So this has a big old pizza cut down the center of our nice, hot, yummy pizza. My pizza's pepperoni. I don't know what yours is, but that's mine. All right, so that's why I call these the pizzas. See how the line cuts it down the center? That's what it is. All right, so how do we remember the names of our line notes? We have to learn a phrase. Every good boy does fine. Every good boy does fine. And the first letter of each one of those words tells us the name of the note. Excuse me. So E, G, B, D, F. Every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F. There you go. Line notes and space notes. All right, are you ready for a little quiz? Sure you are. So let's take our In the Hall of the Mountain King notes here. And I just want you to tell me if you think it's a line note or a space note. I'll give you a second. Line note. Space note. Line note. Space note. Line note. Line note. Line note. What's this thing called right here? You said bar line, bravo. And it tells us that we're starting a new measure. This one is a space note, space note, space note, space note. Ooh, lots of space notes. Space note, and the last one is space note. Ooh, that whole measure there, that was all space notes. All right, so hopefully you understand that. I'm sure you're doing a great job. All right, guys, I got another thing I'm going to teach you today. Have you ever seen the TV show or the movie called The Addams Family? Well, even if you haven't seen it, they've got a very famous theme song that goes with it. And we're going to do it today, and I'm going to teach you this hand clapping thing that goes with it. I'm going to show it to you first. Here we go. Maybe. Here we go. All right, guys. Okay, so there are 3 different parts to this hand clapping thing, all right? So the first thing, I call it the roll. I don't know why, but I do. So you take your hands, and this hand hits your chest, this hand hits your chest. They take turns. Then this hand hits your leg, and this hand hits the leg. And then you clap 2 times. Clap, clap. So it's chest, chest, leg, leg, clap, clap. Try it with me. Chest, chest, leg, leg, clap, clap. Let's try it a little faster. Ready, go. Chest, chest, leg, leg, clap, clap. Ooh, what is the speed in music? Faster, slower? What do we call that? It starts with the letter D. If you said, oh, I'm not D. It starts with the letter T. What is it? If you said tempo, good job. All right, so let's try it at a little faster tempo. Here we go. Ready, and here we go. Chest, chest, leg, leg, clap, clap. All right, see if you can do it this fast. All right, so if you've got that down, bravo. That's the first one you have to learn. The second one you have to learn goes like this. And this is one that if you have somebody that you can do it with, great, because you're supposed to go from with a neighbor across you and hit your hands. Now, if you don't have anybody to do this with, I'm sorry, but you can do it with me, okay? So just pretend like me and you are clapping the hands back and forth, all right? So here's how it goes. You do a clap, and then you take your hands and you hit your neighbor's hand, and then you clap again, and you hit your neighbor's hand, and then you go back. So neighbor, back, okay, and then you're gonna do it with yourself. Remember when you hit your chest before? So then it's chest, you're gonna do it with yourself. Chest, together, chest, together. Let's put that all together, starting with the neighbor. Ready? Here we go. Neighbor, clap, yourself, clap, clap. Try it again. Neighbor, clap, yourself, clap. And there's one little extra. You gotta do it one more time with your neighbor to complete it, okay? So it goes neighbor, yourself, neighbor. Okay, here we go. Try it together. Here we go. Neighbor, yourself, neighbor. How we doing? All right, let's try it again. Ready? And here we go. Neighbor, yourself, neighbor. How we doing? That was the second part. So there's only the third part now, okay, to go. And this one isn't too bad. You pat your lap together, pat, and then snap, and then clap. So pat, snap, clap. Pat, snap, clap. Pat, snap, clap. Now, I will tell you, the tricky part about the third one is that sometimes you have to do it longer and sometimes you have to do it shorter. Like sometimes it's literally just pat, snap, clap. And sometimes you have to keep going. Pat, snap, clap, snap, pat, snap, clap, snap, until it's time to go on to something else. Okay? So how are you going to know when to do that? Just watch me. I'll help you. And listen to the music. Okay. So, in review, the first part is the roll. So it's, try the roll with me. Chest, leg, clap, clap. Chest, leg, clap, clap. Okay. Let's try the second one. Ready? And here we go. Neighbor, yourself, neighbor. And then you do the third part. Leg, snap, clap. Okay? I'm going to do it again with it. You can pretend, we can be each other's neighbors while we do this. Just put your hand up to the computer screen. Oh, I was thinking about something when I was making this up. I thought, you know what? you could like do a Zoom with a friend or a Google Meet or some sort of like FaceTime or something with a friend, and you could do it together with your friend over your phone or your Chromebook or something. All right. Anyway, let's try it. Here we go. Did you make it through? If not, that's okay. You can always rewind and practice it. Okay, great job, guys. Okay, now there is a link that I am putting on your Bitmoji classroom page, and it's to an instrument called the theremin. The theremin is this really cool electronic instrument, and it was like the first electronic instrument ever invented, and it makes really spooky, scary sounds. So you hear it a lot at Halloween time. So if you want to hear a spooky instrument, go ahead and click on that. And then I also put another link on there for the song I Knew You Were Treble, not Trouble. I Knew You Were Treble, and it goes to that song I Knew You Were Treble, but it goes over all of your line notes and space notes with the song. And then I'm going to have another assignment for you, I think the next lesson. I think that's enough for today. I think you guys did a great job. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. I will see you next time. Bye, North.